I've been thinking about what to do. Let me zone in real quick. So this goes with one of my best friends, Brad, man. R.I.P. Brad. He died in 2009. So we had this like apartment. It was called Spring Haven in Brooksville, Florida, right? So we was running this place like McDonald's, man. Like it was like he sold trees, I was selling yayo. So it was just constant. Like he had his product, I had my product. Everybody was just coming through there like McDonald's. This is like a while back, right? So now next door, he had an upstairs apartment. The people that was like next door but down, there was like a quadrant, I guess you would say. Two upstairs, two on the bottom, and that was like a unit, right? So the people on the bottom floor, we're up here on the top right, they're on the bottom left. They party. They don't sell nothing though. They just drink and get crazy, right? So it's a Friday night. I'll never forget this night. So Brad, he always had like a beer cooler, like a zipper, you know what I mean? Like you would bring to a football game or something. I was full of trees always, you know what I mean? Lots of trees already ready to go. So I had just got back from getting what I needed to get, you know what I mean? Re-up, whatever you want to call it. I had like 9 zones, right? And I'll never forget this. So we're serving whatever, we're hanging out, we're chopping it up, playing Madden. I go outside to smoke a cigarette, and I peep way up at the top where like it's a visitor parking, right? But it's more for like the courtyard or where people come to like do a like application, you know what I mean? Like it's where they would park up there, visitors slash new tenants like trying to get in there, whatever. So I see though there's like 9 or 10 cop cars up there. There's lots of cop cars. I see the drug dogs. I see them all just just in a circle out there hanging out. So I'm like, what the? So I'm looking. I'm like, hey Brad, man, there's lots of police up there. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, yeah. So he comes down, and as he's coming down the stairs, he makes it halfway down, and they start bolting right towards us. Like, but they're probably like, I'd say 3 football fields away. They're off in the distance, but now you can't not tell they're coming right at us, right? I'm like, Bradley. So I had just got my stuff, so whatever. So mine's still in the car. Like I hadn't even brought that out up there, but Bradley had all his stuff up there. Brad, get rid of the stuff, get rid of the stuff. He runs up there, he grabs the stuff, he's flushing. They're coming fast. I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of like frozen. I don't know what to do, but I'm like, get rid of it, get rid of it. He's flushing, actively flushing. Tell me they don't hit the drunk people's apartment. They raid the freaking one next door. They just partied, you know what I mean? They didn't sell nothing. They were alcoholics. So poor Brad, man. R.I.P. dog. He literally flushed, I don't know, at least 3/4 of an elbow. You know what I mean? And this was back when dro was very, very, very expensive. We're talking we would bring it to Panama for $460 all the way up a zone. So like $5,800 is what we could get for it if we went from the Tampa Bay area up to Panama City, where his family was. So that's just a string of that's lucky on one side, but really unlucky on the other. I don't know what you want to call it. I think it's good luck. I think it's funny now. At the time, it wasn't too funny. Me and Brad had some wild times. Like we had a grow house, and at one point, um, we literally derooted after we cloned them all. Threw out 88 plants that were about 6 weeks away from flowering. I mean, they're ready to go. We had already made 2 crops. We was doing our thing. We thought we was, but if you want to hear that story, why will we throw out that many plants when they're this close, an umph away from ready to be flowered? That's a wild story. Episode 6. Peace. Y'all have a good week.